we are here in Islet, my favourite cafe to come and have coffee and my favourite drink, the local rakia. We're really lucky today because we have Duke here and we also have Lauren, and I'm going to introduce them to you in just a moment. I know that, of course, the classical music is not the only music that you do. DJing as well.
Well, for music, for me, it's a universal language, you know, so whether it's a piano, solo piano, or it's a full-on electronic music, or it's a symphonic orchestra, like, just it's all music to me, so that's how I perceive music since childhood. And I don't know, it's just different form of expression. And for me, it's like a one language with different dialects. And once you learn the other dialects, then the language becomes one. You know, it's not like no more separation in styles and genres. Everything depends on the inspiration, of the mood, and of the people around you.
You are Macedonian born and bred yourself.
I was born here, and I have quite an interesting story. I was born here. I was never educated musically. I studied biochemistry in my high school, and then I graduated medicine. So I was supposed to be a doctor and stay here and live as a doctor. And that's when over the years of studying medicine, I got deeper and deeper into production, not only composing, but production and everything. And then I made a switch, and I went to Boston and graduated at Berklee College of Music, and then moved to New York, where I'm living for the past 11 years. I'm living in New York City. And I found myself in that city. I guess that's the easiest way to say it, because it's a sublimate of all these like genres and cultures and traditions and everything into one beautiful kind of mess of a city.
What do you miss about Macedonia?
Ohrid and that magical place, Tarpejica, which is I don't know. If that's the only thing I'm missing from anywhere where I go. Like part of my heart is always there, and people who's been there would understand.
Yeah. But you know, wherever we are in the world, we take ourselves, we take our soul, we take our spirit, everything that we're all about. And your musical experience and artists and musicians that you've worked with in Macedonia, how has that sort of influenced what you ending up doing in New York? Even
though I grew up in this country, I was growing very influenced with jazz, and my father was listening to lots of 60s, 70s, from Nat King Cole to Frank Sinatra and stuff like that, and then everything that comes after. So I was always influenced by many different styles of music from around the world, including the local music here. So when I got into the United States, when I stepped out from the local picture, I understood the value of the traditional music from here even way more, because when you grow up with it, it's wedding music, you know, you don't see it seriously. It's not separate, it's
just part of everyday life.
Part of everyday life, you hear it everywhere, so you don't really pay attention to it as much. But when you step out of the picture and you analyze it from a different point of view, it basically you understand the value of the music way more. So I'm using those elements, not necessarily that I'm doing like always using traditional music, but especially when I do film scores or when there is opportunity to involve, even in one of the songs with Lauren, I use a little of traditional influence, but it's very minor and very tasty, you know. Like, but I love the traditional music generally in Balkan, and I love the traditional music around the world. I've been working with traditional poetry from Japan, from the Middle East. I've been working with traditional music from Africa and everywhere. So traditional music from anywhere is, to me, very special thing, because it survived thousands of years, so that we can still know it. It must be amazing. If something survived 1,000 years, it must be amazing. So that's how I feel about traditional music from everywhere.
That really is the mark of something that is true and real, and that's the mark of success, really, isn't it? That it lasts the test of time. Right. With all music.
Like we know classical music. When you say classical music, we more refer to, you know, Bach, Mozart, and all the European music from that era, from, I don't know, 12th, 13th to 18th century, all the church music and everything. But every traditional music is classical music in a way. Indian classical music is considered Indian traditional music. So traditional music from the world is classic.
Tell me a little bit about your current project.
Just a mix of picture and sound. For me, it's a very, very special thing. I don't know. It's double pleasure. You have more senses affected, your eyes and your ears. So, and we had this 3D multimedia that we did that I did for this event on Thursday.
Fantastic to meet you.
You too. Thank you so much for coming to the show. I hope you guys were there too.
We were all there.
We had a good time.
The whole crew behind the scenes there. We were there and we all absolutely loved it. You looked fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm loving those wings.
I love them too. Sometimes I go to the grocery store and I'm like, can I get some milk?
I know it's been a short visit, but I mean, what's your first impression?
It makes me definitely want to come back. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of wonderful energy here, and I feel it through the people. So just being in that, and I feel like I'm at home. It makes me feel that comfortable. It's that inviting. So I'm very thankful for that. Fala, thank you for that.
Going back home, how would you put your experience of Macedonia into words to friends, family that have never been here, don't know much about this country?
Well, I would say that it's all love. Since I've been here, I've just felt love. I felt great energy. I felt comfortable. I felt invited. I felt welcome, and I was very thankful for that. So I would explain it. You should go. You should come. Let's go together because I might need a partner in crime. Me and Duke and you.
So Lauren, before you came here to Macedonia this time, obviously you've met Duke, you've been working with him in New York, and so I guess that you have some experience through him of Macedonia and what it's about. But before you met him, what did you know about Macedonia?
Actually, I didn't even know. I was like, macaroni? Or no? I was like, Macedonia, where is Macedonia? Let me just find out for myself. So.
The work continues and you'll be coming back. Do you think that Macedonia should have a more prominent place on the world map?
I think so. I would totally 100% agree with that.
Thank you so much. It's been fantastic talking with you.
You too. Fala.
Music is a spirit of our soul. It is the heartbeat of the whole universe. And the place where we meet, that's what Point Rendezvous is. Every tradition of all cultures play music for joy, for education, for love, for peace. Our collective at Point Rendezvous aim to bring positive awareness to the rich resource of musicians and singers in our worldwide community, to deepen and strengthen our unity. Join us to support our mission of oneness through music.
On the run, mistress, don't miss no trick, it's sick.